Allegedly, I am hearing a lot of these conspiracy theories that Donald J. Trump set this whole thing up for him to win the election. Strap your seatbelts in, listen to me, and eat your dinner or do whatever you want. Because, frankly speaking, I don't think that's true. I really don't think that's true. I never really understood the whole concept of this whole thing being a setup because, number one, why would anyone even want to risk their lives doing that, right? And I actually just had this discussion with someone earlier today, and I'm hearing a lot of people talk about this. And guys, it doesn't make sense for this to be a setup. But what I was saying earlier was the person who I was having a discussion with. I told them that, well, why would anyone want to go and knowing that they would die attempting something like this? It just doesn't make any sense. Just think about it, y'all. No one in their right head would do that. And the person whom I was talking to, well, they were like, a lot of people, there's people who just have nothing in their lives, they're desperate, they need money, they need to support their families, a lot of people would take a lot of options. Bro, dude, even if someone was like super desperate for money or whatnot, this whole thing would result with you getting killed. I don't really think anyone who would want to support their family would want to get killed, right? I don't think what happened to Donald Trump, the Trump assassination attempt, was a setup. I believe, because I was looking at this, and I was actually discussing this with someone else again, not the same person, but I looked at him and I told him, my dude, do you really think, like, this was a set? Like, no, like, look at the guy. Look at the picture of the guy who tried to freaking commit freaking white death, right? Dude thought he was the white death over here, right? I don't want to say too much bad words because I don't want YouTube to like think my video is bad. The guy who attempted to take Trump's life, right? We're just gonna say that he's 20 years old, bro. He's a year older than me, and that's the way how he looks. You can tell that guy was critically online. He got 0 play because, look guys, as I told one of my other mates I was talking to about this, do you really think that a Chadus Giga Maximus would actually take his time to go drive hours with a weapon to go and take the life of Trump? You really think that? You think Tyrannus Giga Maximus would have time to do that? No, of course not, because Chadus Giga Maximus and Tyrannus Giga Maximus is too busy, frankly speaking, getting play. From the time I saw the picture of this guy, I immediately knew that this guy has 0 life. The guy, he's dead, by the way. I think everyone should know that. But I immediately knew this guy had 0 life. This guy was critically online. Okay? This guy never worked out. I'm not one of those dudes who say, oh, you need to work out, bro. You need to work out. No, I'm not one of those dudes. I'm just saying it doesn't take a genius to just look at this fella and tell that he was exposed to a whole bunch of propaganda. A lot of propaganda. A lot of anti-Trump rhetoric that this dude felt inclined to go and pull something like this. Literally. So all of these people who are saying, oh, this was a setup, my brother in Christ, no, it was not. It was literally just a loser, because that's literally what he is. In the end, my boy oofed himself. He got oofed, all right? He oofed himself. It was just a loser who, just I heard he got bullied too. Like, dude, bro. I saw a TikTok like yesterday or today, and they were like, oh yeah, he got bullied a lot at school, right? I was like, I'm not surprised. I mean, look at the dude, right? Now, even though he's 20 years old, you got to ask yourself, who do you blame for this? Because I know a lot of people, they're gonna be like, oh, you gotta blame you gotta blame himself. I mean, he's a 20-year dude, bro. You gotta blame the parents too, bro. You got to blame the parents too. Like, I see all of these people, and they're like, oh, why would he do something like this, bro? These parents are not raising the kids properly. In fact, a lot of these parents are selecting the worst people to reproduce, and you get freaking people like that guy who tried to take Trump's life, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I partially blame him as well, but my dude, holy crap, parents really need to like do their jobs. But you know, that's just me saying that this whole thing was a setup. Guys, use the basic common sense, please. Literally, like, use your basic common sense, my dude. Okay, the Secret Service failed, unsurprisingly. Although, allegedly, I have heard that the FBI and the Secret Service kind of wanted to let him get oofed. Allegedly, alright? I'm not saying that that's true, alright? That's just alleged. But the way the whole thing was, and the way how he missed, I just simply believe my boy was nervous as heck. I mean, look at the picture of the guy, bro. You think that guy is used to shooting a weapon, especially a rifle? Now, where the heck did he get that rifle? That's a whole different story. That dude was probably shaking because, let's be real, homie is used to just sitting at home playing those video games. Seriously, has zero life experience. You really think that he would be able to get good aim? I mean, he did have good aim, but I heard that Mr. President moved his head, so he hit his ear. But bro was probably shaking so much. Like, that's probably why he missed anyways. I honestly, he didn't really miss. It's just that Mr. President moved his head, right? Before, you know, the bullets. I actually saw a picture of a photographer who accidentally took a picture of one of the bullets flying past him. You could tell the dude was probably shaking as hell because he's like, oh my gosh, I've never been in something like this. I'm not used to this. Oh my gosh. And then bro got, like, you know, completely wrecked, frankly speaking. But another reason why this whole thing wasn't really a setup was simply because, bro, everyone knows that Donald is coming back. Everyone knows that Donald is coming back, bro. President Biden has like horrible ratings, my boy. He has extremely horrible ratings. Like, everyone knew Donald was coming back. Like, why would you want to pull something like this? Don't get me wrong. After this, everyone's yeah, this definitely solidified freaking Donald coming back. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, dude. But another thing that kind of solidified Donald coming back was simply the trial that he had. I see so many people saying, "Oh well, after witnessing that trial, I'm voting for Trump because that was so unfair." Like, dude, like, my brother in Christ, is basic common sense, right? It's basic common sense. Okay, use your head. This whole thing was a setup. It was just a loser. Okay, it's just a loser who was brainwashed, who was chronically online. Okay, didn't touch grass. All right. 20 years old. It's sad because in a way he's kind of a victim when you think about it. like, because no one shouldn't really get to that point where they think that, oh, I should go and oof someone. I'm not gonna say bad words, but basically, but yeah, that's my honestly take on this whole Trump assassination. It just, the Trump assassination was just not. It wasn't a sense of. Please stop saying that. I am done here, folks.